Oh no. We've been watching a couple of your campaigns. I'm really excited. We've been a Tory majority over here in Blackheath, and they're just not doing the job. Unfortunately, they've been playing ministerial leapfrog since David Cameron left, and it's just really disappointing. And we need change.
We do need change, and their candidate is disappointing. That's one of the reasons I joined this race.
Exactly.
Like 6 months I looked at Sadiq Khan and I looked at the Conservative candidate, and I was like, these are our choices for mayor. And then I was looking at the city. I'm like, you're locking the city down. You're giving us no solutions. Crime's going up. People getting knifed every other day on the street. Transport going bankrupt.
Exactly.
And then no affordable housing. I was like, come on. So
I mean, all the stabbings in Tottenham are absolutely awful. Young kids, who don't know any better, who are being taken off the streets every day. Go look at as well people like Sarah Everard and young innocent women who've been taken off the streets and no one's doing anything about it. I go on Snapchat, I go on Instagram every day, and there's a new woman or young child who's being taken off the street every day, and nobody's doing about it. Nothing's happening.
And when teenagers are stabbing teenagers, it's not their fault. It's something we did wrong, right?
Exactly.
Because we didn't get the police on the streets to control the gangs, but more importantly, we didn't give them something to do after school.
Exactly.
Like, where are the community centers? Why aren't we teaching them entrepreneurship? I mean, I could teach them how to start a YouTube channel.
Exactly.
They'll make more money in the YouTube channel than they will in the gang culture.
Exactly.
That's a road to nowhere. It looks like easy money, but it's a road to pain, hardship,
Exactly.
the community. So I got this plan, and again, I come from a business background. I'm going to call up the CEOs of Amazon, Uber, Barclays, HSBC, and I'm going to say, guess what? It's your lucky day. You're going to contribute to my Corporate for Community Fund and fund it directly to the community centers. So it doesn't go through the mayor's hands, because the mayor's always going to give you an excuse on the budget, right?
Yeah.
I can get £100 million per year. Do you know Jamal Edwards? He started SBTV.
Okay.
He's done this in Acton. He's working with me on this program. We're going to get $100 million right to the community centers. So let's get something else to do.
Exactly. And personally for me, coming out of school, there are not enough apprenticeships and internships. I've been around people who have turned to crime and who've had to go the hard way out because there's been nothing for them. They can't get a job, they haven't got the qualifications, and unfortunately the Tory government's been cutting money from local state funded schools and been putting it in their back pocket. The MPs go up to the House of the Parliament, sign in, they get their 300 quid and they go. And we need more people to be making a change and saying, well, actually, where are we putting this funding? Why can't we put it into state comprehensive? Why can't we put it into apprenticeships and internships?
Yeah. So, and look, I'm all pro business, but you're right. Yeah. The Tories have lost touch with what's actually happening on the ground with the people. And this is one of the greatest cities in the world.
Yeah.
How can we not have young people with apprenticeships and things?
Incredibly diverse.
Right. And we got the solutions. And the more and more I learn about this, and I've spoken with senior Met police officers, people in the TFL, people in housing, and they said, Brian, it's politics that's stopping this. They said, your ideas are so clear, they're going to work. It's politics. It's because somebody's trying to get the next job in politics, or they're holding something back, or the Labour Party won't let them say this, or the Conservatives won't let them say this. Exactly. So for me, I got no donors, I got no parties. Well, we started our own party, London Real Party, but that's it. And everything I say is real. I talk to real people on the streets.
Exactly.
And everyone's like, we feel it, let's make a change, let's shake this up, let's go to the house.
Exactly, that's what we all want, to be honest, and it's going to take a long time, but if you're willing to put in that dedication, then you've definitely got my vote for sure.
You said that right about a long time. Like, what I want to do is like a 10 or 20 year plan. If I do everything right, some other mayor will take the credit. Just like Boris took credit for the Olympics, even though Livingston did it. That's fine, let's just do the right thing.
Boris Bikes, when it was Kennedy's.
It was, yeah. Exactly.
Well, yeah,
but I'm working with a bunch of guys. I was on the phone with the Zoom with the other night, and I said, guys, this is about separating the land from TFL and building affordable housing. I said, if we do our job right, some mayor 10 years from now is going to get credit for this. I said, is everybody okay with that? And they said, we're all okay with that. I said, great, I'm with the right guys. Let's do the right thing. These guys and women love London, period.
Yeah, we all do, and
I can tell you do.
Yeah. I love it, I wouldn't go anywhere else. This place is amazing. I've lived here all my life.
This is gorgeous.
I love it, it's just a shame to see people who have been here for 50 odd years, like the Windrush generation, being thrown out because they haven't got a British passport. It's absolutely disgusting. They came here on a boat, they worked hard, they paid their taxes, they did nothing wrong, and they get thrown out because they don't have a British passport. Are you kidding me? It's disrespectful, really.
It is. I think anybody willing to work hard should get opportunity in this city. Exactly. And again, people get crazy with my American accent, and I'm like, okay, I get it, but I've been here 21 years, got my citizenship in 07, unlike some of these people, and I just work hard. And if you're willing to work hard, if you got the energy like you do, then you should be able to do anything.
Exactly.
As long as you let people go back to business, and that's why I don't like the mayor. I don't feel like it's rebuilding this economy.
Yeah, it's a shame. I've always been a Labour man myself. That's why I have respect for him. Unfortunately, Jeremy Corbyn couldn't come through. He wasn't the best leader, and we haven't had our luck with leaders. Miliband being a great example. But I just hope that someone like you can do the best job for this country and do us proud, because we need change, unfortunately. And although I have the utmost admiration for Sadiq trying to do the best job he can, I just think we need a little bit more of a push, ultimately.
Yeah, I know. In 2016, like, we were all excited and he had a lot of big ideas, and it sounded good. But like 5 years later, it's like, where are the numbers? It just didn't happen. So maybe it's politics, maybe it's him, maybe, I don't know. Who cares? We're all paying the price, So
that's the sad part.
Check it out. You're a smart guy, man.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You should work in politics.
Do you mind if I get a picture?
Yeah, come on, let's do it, man.
All right, bud.
You should come work in the mayor's office.
Oh,
me,
definitely.
Man.
Well, I
Seriously.
know a couple of MPs in Bristol, Labour MP.
You're up on things, man.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Well, my mum's a big support of politics over here, and so I have to keep up to date with it. Really,
good.
It's important. People need to educate themselves and know what's going on in their community.
I think what we're doing on YouTube and with the digital battle bus, which is parked over there, is we're getting interested in politics. Yeah. I got kids that rode by the bike the other day. They said, "You're the mayor, innit?" And I was like, "That's me." So at least they're thinking about it. They're talking about the policies, So I think we're changing the game a little
Exactly.
bit.
Someone's got to do it, because we can't have tradition. Tradition, doesn't challenge boundaries. Tradition just lets the bad things happen. Lets the racism continue, the sexism continue. And we need to challenge that, and we need to move forward. Really.
Yeah. Well, the problem with the two-party system is nobody innovates because they don't have to. Like you said, why change if in 4 years I get it back anyway?
Exactly.
So it takes someone like me, almost like a startup, like an Elon Musk, a Tesla, to introduce the electric car.
Yeah.
Right? General Motors and Ford aren't going to do that. They're like, we're making plenty of money.
Yeah.
I feel like we're almost the same thing. We're like the Tesla politics. It's like, we got a crazy idea. It might just work. Let's put it out there. And what's everyone doing now? Now everyone's making electric cars.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I just thought of that analogy. So.
Yeah, Ford's just done it with the Mackie.
Yeah, right? So we're doing, all right, we're doing this?
We're doing this.
You already recording, I hope so.
You got it, bud?
Okay.
Yeah. Personally, I'm a Ford man myself.
Yeah, me too. Let me get a picture with you too.
Yeah, but let's do it, of course.
My first car was a Ford Mustang, 1968.
68. Was it a fastback, a coupe?
It was not a fastback. And you know your stuff.
I do. What did it have? The 390 or the 289 in it?
It actually, you're really good. So the straight six was the 65, 66. And the 67, 68, they had the 289. Mine had a 302.
Okay, 302, small block.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was small block 302. Yeah.
4 on the floor or not? Or 3 on the tree?
It was actually auto on the yeah, it was on the tree.
Oh, okay, 3 on the tree. I hear you. I mean, I've always...
You're not American.
No, well, I'd love to go out there. I've always either wanted a 68 fastback, 390 GT, or 67 Gran Torino, 400 cubic inch, 4,000 cylinder, like the Starsky and Hutch car. Big stuff.
400, right?
Yeah,
or the
big car.
The Cobras had like 427s, 428s or something.
And then the Super Snakes did dual supercharging and had like an automatic gearbox. And you put your foot down. Cal Shelby went 200 miles an hour. They've just sold his car at Barrett Jackson for about $3.5 million. Crazy.
One of the original ones.
One of the original, I think it was a 66 Super Snake, twin supercharger, 5-speed automatic, just rocket ship. He said, yeah, I'd top 200 down that, no problem.
This must have done quarter miles. It's just a corner.
No, well, but it's a sports car, remember? So it handles well.
It does handle, yeah. Did you see those movies? What is it? It was like Ford versus
Ferrari.
What do you think?
Shelby American. Shelby American's a great one. Have you seen it? It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix if you have it. Shelby American. It's a fantastic documentary. Talks about the whole series. Ken Miles, Dan Gurney, Bruce McLaren. Really instrumental race drivers in that. I strongly recommend it.
Again, innovative ideas.
Exactly.
That's what those guys were about.
Exactly.
Right? Shake up the system. And it couldn't have been done from one of the major automakers.
Yeah. I mean, Ken Miles is a great example. He was a racing driver from Aston in Birmingham, kind of like yourself, moving away from home to follow his dreams and to do something great, and he was always denied the utmost success. He didn't win Le Mans in 1966 because of a technicality. He had to, Henry Ford II wanted a 1-2-3 victory, and he was denied that because Bruce McLaren's like brother. Anyway, but he went out and he achieved what he wanted to achieve. He fought in the Second World War as a tank commander. He was on the beaches of Dunkirk. He comes over, he's a racing driver, and, you know, the IRS is taking things away from him. You know, he's got a wife and a kid, but he goes out, he races at Le Mans, he sets a lap record, fastest down the Mulsanne Straight in 1966, and wipes Ferrari off the map. They haven't won it since '66, and that's Ken Miles, Bruce McLaren, Dennis Holm, Dan Gurney's car broke down, bless him, but you know.
Yeah, I saw that movie. I knew it
It's
probably was a little
fantastic.
Hollywood. So, all right, I'll watch Shelby American for sure.
Of course, Shelby
I actually
American.
painted the Shelby stripes down the front of my car.
Oh yeah.
Even though it wasn't Shelby, I couldn't afford that as a kid, but I got the two blue stripes down the front of my
Yeah,
Mustang.
my best mate, well, a guy I used to work for, if you ever get the chance, if you're ever down in a place called Hither Green, literally down the road from it, there's a classic motorcycle shop called Ace Classics. They're a small business, but they've been on YouTube, they've got some prominence, they've got customers out in Japan, Malaysia. You know, if you want to go and check out small local businesses, Ace Classics in Hither Green, St Mildred Street, 101 to 109 St Mildred Street. Lovely business, worked there for a bit. The guy there, he's got a 65 Mustang, which is a Shelby GT350 clone. Red, white stripes, the Shelby rims on it. I think it's got like a 383 stroker in it, like 5 speed. Sometimes he whips it up around here. But it's a great place. If you know, I'd strongly recommend there. It's a brilliant place to film it as well. Lots of old bikes. They're lovely people. They're a small business as well. But, you know, they've got contacts. So you know, if you want to go out and film there, don't hit the group. Tell them that Sam Steele sent them.
Sam Steele, that's
Yeah.
your name. You even got a Hollywood name.
Oh yeah,
All right,
Man of Steel.
Picture. All right, we got the Man of Steel.
How's it going?
There we go. Yeah. You know we got to shoot a video, right?
Oh
Sam?
yeah.
All right, what's going on? I'm out here in Blackheath. I bumped into my man here, Sam Steele.
Brian, how's it going?
Just met him for the first time. I guess you
Exactly.
saw some videos and stuff. We've just been
Yeah.
talking politics and stuff. I don't know. Tell me briefly what we just talked about. I mean, what's going on in London with the politics, with the leadership? What's your challenges? What are you frustrated with? Tell me.
Well, it's hard to sum it up in a couple of sentences, but I think ultimately we've been talking about politics. We had a little private personal conversation about cars, which is amazing. Big car nut myself. Challenges, there's always challenges. If you're not challenging yourself in life, you're not working hard enough, you know. For me, it's trying to find a job. For me, it's trying to be successful. For me, it's trying to support my single mother, you know, and help my sister be happy. You know, she's a young woman that's struggling to, you know, work hard at school, and she feels like she's not always confident in doing the best, but, you know, she's a hard-working woman. So those main things, you know, I think right now it's really difficult to get jobs out here. It's not an easy thing. Everybody's having their benefits cut, everybody's losing their job or being furloughed, and the main goal for me, and I'm sure a lot of other young people who have come out of school, is to go out and get a job. So I'd say that's the main thing for me, Brian, for sure.
No, it's for me too. I mean, people forget London was founded on commerce, right?
Yeah.
That's where we all came here. That's why the Romans came here, because it was a place to do business. But we seem to have forgot that along the way, and it seems to be like a secondary or tertiary focus. And like, what I didn't see this last year is I didn't see our leaders coming up with innovative solutions to safely get us back to business. I still don't see a plan. I see a plan to allow us out of lockdown, but I don't see any proactive solutions to invest in the communities. Internships like you were talking about, or I got this great idea for something called the Great Celebration, 31 days of festivals, 20 million people in London, just to show the world that, first of all, we're the best city in the world, because we are, and to show them that we're back, that we're over this, and we're looking forward. I don't know, I'm thinking just big business stuff.
Yeah, of course.
We were talking about how innovation a lot of time has to come outside the system,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes the two parties, it's not really in their interest to change the game, right?
Yeah.
So you've been following our stuff on
Yeah.
the rest,
A couple
right?
of YouTube ads and what have you, you know, and I'm really impressed with what you have to have. I mean, for me as a car guy, getting rid of the whole ULEZ thing would be amazing. But that's just me personally. But we've got to keep things balanced between protecting the environment for our future, for our children, for everybody we love and care about, and, you know, between us car guys, you know, who love to go out for a rip here and there. But no, I'm really excited about this campaign. I mean, something that's definitely worth looking at is the festival we do over here on Blackheath. It's called On Blackheath. It's originally it was sponsored by John Lewis and Partners. I'm not sure what's gone on with the funding now, but the past few years it's been going on. It's been amazing. We've had, you know, the people that they've put on have been real talent. People like De La Soul, The Libertines, you know, Jamiroquai, real talented people. Rag and Bone Man, you know, Pro Green. And we need to be supporting more things like that, really. The Blackheath fireworks as well, locally supported by the Lewisham Council, you know. it's really important that we support things like this, you know, because they're funded by local governments, they're funded by local councils, you know, these are not private businesses, these are things that as a community we need to protect, and we need to start paying more attention and money into. So, you know, if you're campaigning, you are offering to do things like that for us and the people of Blackheath in London, then you've got my vote all the way, for sure.
I'm big in, first of all, I'm pro-business, but I'm also, how can we get more invested in the communities? How can we just get simple things done? You know, like how can we get rid of the red tape and also do the right thing for people? Like I said, I think the Conservative missed the mark a little bit on that. I think Labour's dropped the ball with this current mayor on actually getting some things done and some practical pieces. So I just want to shake it up with some new ideas. And again, I come from the business world. If you don't do it right, you go bankrupt. You know, I can't ask for a bailout. I can't blame the Prime Minister. It's like, you got to get it done. So I just think we hold people accountable. We have metrics. I'm sure you like metrics. We post KPIs every 30 days. Are we doing what we say? Are we not? And just that whole lens of like business and solutions. But anyways, dude, I appreciate you. Watch this space. Talented man here. Thanks for having us out in Blackheath. This place
Not
is
a problem.
gorgeous.
Welcome anytime.
All right, man. Thank you.
Love you.
May 6th. Let's do this. Appreciate you.
Cheers, man. Thanks so much. It's a pleasure. I wish you best of luck with the campaign.
Give you a button. Yeah?
Of course, bud. Thank you.
You should be one of our volunteers or something.
I should do. Well, you know, if my digital marketing apprenticeship with QA doesn't work out, I'll feel free to give you a buzz for sure.
Yeah? I should give you details or something. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sure. Well, I have an Instagram page if you want to go follow that.
What is it?
Sam.steele25, all lowercase, all one word.
Sam.steele25. I'm going to follow you right now.
Of course, man.
I don't follow many people at all. Sam.steele.
25. E-L-E.
Yeah.
25. There you go. That's me sitting on the bike.
There you go.
That's me.
Nice. I'm following you right now.
Go. Thank you so much.
Cool, man.
Wonderful.
I'm going to DM you, man.
Of course,
We'll
send me a
stay in
message.
touch. Seriously, man. I really appreciate it.
Best of luck.
Thanks so much, man.
Well done on the campaign.
Thank
Keep
you.
doing it. You're going to make some changes, Brian.
That's the plan.
Good on you, man.
Right,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man.
Good
I
luck,
appreciate
guys.
you. All right,
Cheers.
thanks. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate